Hello everyone, Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY, back for my next video in my Just One Craft Project video series. Today we're going to make this busted canvas using two 16 by 20 canvases, this snowflake wrapping paper and gift bag from Dollar Tree, and a couple of other supplies. So when I saw this large gift bag at Dollar Tree, I thought this would be so cute to try my very first busted canvas. I had found these two large 16 by 20 canvases on Facebook Marketplace for just a couple of dollars each, so I thought these would be the great thing to use for this first busted canvas. So what I'm going to do is remove one of the hangers from the bag. The great thing about these gift bags is they're two-sided, so you could actually make two projects from this one bag. So I'm just going to cut out the front side of the bag. You can see I'm leaving a little bit of an edge. This is a little difficult when the bag is so large to cut it straight. So I'm just going to remove that front panel and then trim it as straight as I can. So the snowman gift bag will be the bottom layer of our busted canvas. On the top layer, on the inside of the canvas, I am going to put this red and white gorgeous snowflake wrapping paper from Dollar Tree. It actually matches the hat of the snowman on the gift bag. It is pretty thin, so just be careful when you're cutting it. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to trim a piece to fit inside the canvas, because when we flip out the busted canvas, we want the snowflakes to show. So just getting it lined up, I'm going to crease it with my fingers to get it cut. It doesn't have to be exact because you're not going to see all the way to the edges of the wrapping paper, but we want to get it to fit as well as possible. So once we've got it cut to fit nicely, we're going to take some Mod Podge and we're going to apply a generous amount here on the back side of our canvas. We're going to brush that out, spread it out as evenly as possible with our paintbrush here, adding more as needed. Then we're going to take our wrapping paper and line up that top edge and corners as well as we can, pressing it down. Now you might get a few wrinkles in here, but it's really not going to matter. Just try to get it down as smoothly as you can, and then we're going to set that aside to dry. Next, coming back to our bottom canvas, I'm going to paint the border. Since the gift bag doesn't completely cover the canvas, I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in the color Pool, and I'm going to paint maybe about 2 inches around the edges on my canvas just to help it blend in better with the gift bag. Just in case we're going to see past where the gift bag is attached, you'll see that nice pool blue, so it'll look like a cohesive piece. Then once that's dry, we're going to take our Mod Podge again and we're going to apply it to the entire front of this canvas, and then we're going to put our gift bag piece down on the center of our canvas. Now this is a little trickier because this is a stretched canvas, so there's some give in the middle. So you maybe are going to want to flip it over and press it from the back. I did end up with a couple bubbles in my bag, but that was okay. Again, I pressed them out and you can't really tell when you see the finished product. So mount that on the middle there, and again, press it out, get out any air bubbles, and then set that aside to dry. One thing to note, I did have the top and the bottom of my bags curling, so I tried to get them down as well as I could with the Mod Podge, but then once I let my bag dry, I just hot glued those top and bottom edges down with my hot glue. The next thing I did once my bag was dry, just so there wasn't such a harsh line there, I took more of that pool blue and in kind of a swirling motion, I painted the edge of the gift bag. So you can see it's kind of softening that edge so there isn't that hard line. Now coming back to our top canvas that has the snowflake wrapping paper on the inside, I decided I was going to keep this front one just plain white, but I decided to add some glitter, some white kind of translucent glitter. So I'm doing, again, a layer of Mod Podge over the entire front side of this top canvas. Once I get my Mod Podge smoothed out and a couple little pieces off there, I'm going to take this extra fine glitter from Walmart and I'm just going to sprinkle it evenly as I can over the entire front of the canvas and then let that dry. Once that glitter was dry and I did shake off the excess, I'm starting with my little Fiskars fingertip knife here, poking a hole in the center, and I'm just going to drag those lines out towards the frame. I am just going to do like north, south, east, and west, and then I'm going to use scissors to do the rest of my pieces. Once I had my canvas busted, I'm now going to flip over my top canvas, run a generous amount of hot glue around the frame of my top canvas, and then we're going to flip it over and stick it to the snowman bag canvas. So we're layering our two canvases here. A lot of people will do a canvas board for their back piece, but because I had the two canvases and I didn't have a canvas board this big, I decided to just do the two canvases. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my little triangles that I've cut and I'm just going to roll them just to kind of start getting them used to being pulled back like this. I'm so excited. Do you see how this wrapping paper matches the snowman's hat and scarf perfectly? I love it. I found it at Dollar Tree and you get a big roll for $1.25. All right, so once we get all of our triangles teased back, we're going to start gluing them down. And we're going to do that just by putting a little bit of hot glue on the end. And then you are going to want to hold it in place, especially since you've got that glitter there. You want to hold it in place to make sure it's going to stay. Now I think this turned out really cute as is, but for a last step, I decided to take some polyfill stuffing and just add some to the bottom here around my snowman. So I'm tucking a little bit inside, and then I'm also gonna stick some between a couple of these curls here. And I'm not gluing this in, I'm just setting it there. So if I decide I wanna remove it, I can without ripping up my gift bag. And I just love how this turned out. I've been wanting to try one of these viral busted canvases for a long time. I want to know what you guys think of this, so please let me know in the comments if you've tried one, if you like them, what you think of this, maybe what I could have done differently. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Here are some videos that you can watch next, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.